Welcome to Straight from the Horse's Mouth, where we cut the BS and give you the truth all about sports. Once again, I am Bryce, the host of Bryce Davis.
What's good?
We're back at building for another episode. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, so we can just get a little bit of feedback on what we've been doing. Keep up with us. We still have a lot of videos. The M.T.B.T.T.F series is still running. We have a couple things heading up coming out in the future. So just check out for us. Make sure you like the notification bell to be notified when we have things coming. But it's been a while.
Yeah,
we've done
some sports. Yeah,
last time you guys seen us outside of the M.T.B.T.T.F stuff is when we did the NBA Finals Game 7.
Yeah,
you guys showed out for that video, and we greatly appreciate it. Now the football season right around the corner. Preseason is happening. We're gonna get back into action, getting videos on a weekly basis.
Yeah. So
expect more content from us across the board. We took a little bit of pause, took a little bit of break, just to kind of catch our breath. We did got, especially during the finals, we got kind of, we was every other day pretty much. You know what I mean?
We was in there. We was in there.
And just trying to get a feel for the new series that we've been trying to do, put a lot of effort and work into that. But now we're back. It's been a lot of content that's happened. Just this week alone. It's funny. Sometimes when you wait, the content guys.
Yeah, it comes to you.
Yeah, like, all right, y'all coming back. Here's a lawsuit. Here's somebody just got fired. You know what I mean?
Trades.
Right. And we greatly appreciate it. We greatly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Obviously, the big news out this week, especially in the world of sports news and sports broadcasting, Shannon Sharpe is officially out at ESPN. As we all know, Shannon Sharpe and ESPN, was away from ESPN because he was involved in a lawsuit that has since been settled. And as we approach football season, obviously everybody was wondering what's going on. Shannon is still active on his channel, Nightcap, and all that kind of stuff. But everybody's wondering, okay, is he going to come back? When? The word officially came out that he would no longer be at ESPN. He talked about this on his show. He kind of wanted to wait until his brother was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Anybody doesn't know, Shannon Sharpe's brother, Sterling Sharpe, is being inducted to the Hall of Fame. Great receiver, played for the Green Bay Packers.
Yep.
And Shannon wanted the news to come after that. So he wanted the brother to be inducted.
Yep. Have that moment.
And then have that. Unfortunately, that's not the case. He actually apologized for that. I don't think it's as bad because I feel like, sports news is sports news.
Yeah.
So it comes and it goes.
Yeah, we live in a 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah. No one's gonna be there and be like, yo, Sterling, I'm gonna let you finish. But Shannon Sharpe just got fired from ESPN.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, hey, what you think about your brother getting fired?
Right.
They're not gonna do that.
Right. Now, unless he feels type of way because he's gonna be inducting his brother. Yeah. I don't know if he's gonna be the one speaking. So that's why he feels a little bit weird because now like people are gonna be seeing me and they're gonna think this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
But your thoughts on Shannon Sharpe no longer being at ESPN?
I kind of figured that was coming. I'm not going to lie. No matter how this case played out, I kind of thought this was going to happen either way, whether he won or lost. I just think ESPN's in a state right now where they just can't have bad press. They're always trying to make sure that their on-air talent is kind of not squeaky clean, but we just don't need that at this time. At this time in their, how they're trying to reorganize. So, you do something like this, you got to come off the books, unfortunately, or allegedly, I should say. You do something allegedly like that, we can't have it.
Right.
I do feel bad for him because he was on 2024 was the year of Shannon.
Yeah.
Right, it was a year of Shannon Sharpe.
No doubt about it.
And to come off of that to now be getting fired, that sucks.
Yeah,
that's awful.
I just thought about this right now. What do you feel about the state of sports media now? Because you got Shannon Sharpe gone, you got Keyshawn Johnson, Joy Taylor, Manuel Acho, Paul Pierce out at Fox, Skip Bayless done.
Yeah,
like we're in this new era.
Yeah,
of like I think sports networks. I think for a hot minute they were cool with their talent becoming actual, like, I don't want to say bigger than the news.
Yeah,
but they were becoming stars as well.
Yeah,
and their moves are being tracked as well. And in recent years, we've seen just a tolerance for that start to slip. Whether it was the Michael Irving incident, right? Remember, he got ESPN let him go because of that, right? Like we've seen it because at first it was like if you dabbled in like politics, they kind of they feel some type of way you think about Jamel Hill's situation and all that kind of stuff. Because in previous eras, like like 80s and 90s, there were if you don't think scandals didn't happen, they happened.
It happened. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it just low key, and they just let it slide or whatever. But I think that we're seeing a reverse course of that. What do you think about that?
I do think that's actually a good thing, especially for people who have your degree, right? Because now I think networks are like, we kind of need the old school journalists back, right? The people who let the story be the story and not let them become the story.
Right.
That's not good for the brand as much as it is anymore. So I think that's a good thing. I think there's an opportunity for the people who went to school for journalism to get back in the forefront. They can be like, hey, listen, we're just here to do what we love, and that's cover sports, and that's it. I think that's an opportunity. I was thinking about that earlier when I thought about him getting fired. I'm like, wow, this might be an opportunity for the journalism majors to get back and claw some of that back for themselves.
And a lot of these people don't come from this world, so they don't really know how to operate.
Yep.
Right? They don't know, like you said, how to present the story and not be the story. One thing that Shannon Sharpe said, and I've seen other athletes say this, and it always pisses me off, where they go, you guys are upset, journalists. Yeah. You guys are upset because we can do what you guys do, but you can't do what we do. And I'm like, we don't do the same thing.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
What do you exactly do you think we do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because right now, if I told you to go write a story,
you couldn't do that.
You couldn't do it.
Yeah.
In the current format, you couldn't do it. You wouldn't know how to byline, how to write it, what writer. You wouldn't know how to make it and get you. That's like your skill set.
Yeah.
Go break some news. Go cover sport accurately. You wouldn't know how to do that.
Yep.
How to cover things within a team. How to you wouldn't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Checking your phone constantly to check for updates.
Yep.
Having relationships with GMs and agents and players and keeping in contact, and you wouldn't know how to do that. First of all, a lot of y'all talk too damn much anyway.
Right.
So you can't keep stuff to yourself anyway. You don't know how to just settle information.
Yep.
Right.
And you know how to report information without exposing people.
Yeah.
Like that's a journalistic skill where it's like I need to say this, but I need to say it so the people involved, so people don't know who's involved.
Exactly. So to me, I you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe this is a chance for networks to kind of correct course and goes like, you know what, guys, that vibe, that energy we had in the late 90s and the 2010s where we were kind of like, we had our professional athletes who were there.
Yeah.
They were there.
They were, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we still had the core of our talent was homegrown.
Yeah.
ESPN, Fox, whatever NBC Sports, whatever, TNT. Like, they were journalist-based people who went their whole lives for this. And, they're not going to take it for granted.
Right.
They know how to operate. They know how to be on camera. You know what I'm saying? They know how to make jokes and puns and things of that nature.
Yeah.
They know how to add. They know when to take away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that professionalism,
Yeah.
how important it is to be a professional. And this is my career. This is my job. This is not a side gig.
Yep.
Because that's the difference.
Yeah.
Right? For us,
that's all.
This is life.
ESPN would be all I would know.
Yeah.
Like journalism would be all I know.
It's my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is my life. This is what gets me up in the morning.
Yep.
This may not get you up in the morning.
Yeah.
It's just a check for you.
Yep.
It's different, so you treat it differently. You know what I'm saying? You may do some haphazard, reckless stuff.
Yep.
Because it's like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But for people who like do this day in and day out, live, breathe it, they take it too much serious. They're not going to do a lot of that BS. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The same BS stuff that, the football, like Shannon get on football players for doing. Like, hey, don't do this, don't do that. Because he understands how important football is to them.
Yeah.
Same thing applies to journalists. Same applies to broadcasters. Same applies to analysts. So maybe there is a reckoning happening. You know what I'm saying? I hope so. Because I think that's good for the health of the business.
Yeah.
And the health of just sports in general.
Sports media. Yeah.
Put sports first.
Yep.
Instead of athletes first, put sports first. What do you think is next for Shannon Sharpe?
I don't know, because from what I was reading on the Athletic, his deal comes up at the end of this month for his podcast and his
the volume.
the volume. Yeah. So this could be it in terms of.
I mean, the volume may bring him back, but like feel like the volume may be like, oh, we can get him hit. We can get him at
cheap. Cheap, because he was up for like $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
That $100 million is gone.
That's gone.
Gone. Yeah. So he might get like 20, 10, and that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I definitely think he might see a dip in viewership too, and on YouTube.
I thought so too. I think it's slowly. I think when football season comes, it'll go back up.
Yeah, okay.
It'll get back to its normal stuff. I just watched this podcast he did with his brother. It was great. It was a great interview. Brother's really good. I wish his brother was on television, low key. His brother really, really good. But staying in the NFL world, more news broke out this week. Players are unhappy. Players ain't getting paid.
Yep.
Right. So right now there are three big fishes out there who have requested trades.
Yep.
The first one that was widely known was Trey Hendrickson.
Yep.
Obviously, the Bengals don't want to pay him. The next domino to fall was Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
With the Commanders. We talked about it earlier. Why it makes sense for him to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
You guys just went to the NFC Championship game. Your quarterback's on a rookie deal.
Yep.
Pay me.
Yeah.
Because I know you can.
Yeah.
You ain't paying nobody else. I know you ain't paying Jaden.
Yep.
Brian Robinson Jr. is still on his rookie deal. Austin Eckler's getting paid peanuts.
Yeah.
I'm the top flight receivers on this team. pay me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I get his point of view, but he's officially requested a trade. And obviously the big fish, Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys, the All-Pro, has officially announced that he wants a trade from the Dallas Cowboys. I was kind of shocked. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I was too because I thought he bled Dallas. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. It felt like he was all in on Dallas, but I think Jerry's BS has officially just been like, I'm done here, dog. Because you're gonna wait to the last minute to give me a deal. And this team's not going to be worth a darn because we paying too many people at the same damn time. Mm-hmm. Like I think that's what the realization is dawning on him. Is like, this is going to take forever. When it finally does happen, we aren't going to be able to pay anybody else because we're paying Dak. Who else are they paying? They're paying Dak, CD. I think they're paying Trayvon Diggs.
But I think they restructured. They just implemented something in his contract, so he's no longer getting the full amount of his money.
Okay.
Yeah. But they are paying a lot of people.
They're paying a lot of dudes. Yeah. And if I'm gonna get locked down here for like 4 years, and we're gonna be ass, what's the point of staying?
Right.
Like I think that's what he's thinking. Or what about you when you heard it? Like,
I was surprised. I was shocked. Just because I honestly wasn't too hip to where the negotiations were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think everybody thought the same thing. Like, all right, it'll happen.
Yeah.
It's Micah Parsons. Who else you gonna pay on it? Like, it'll happen. You have to pay him. And also with Dallas's history, Jerry Jones has a history of waiting to the last minute to pay guys. He did it with Emmitt Smith.
Yep.
Right. He did it with Dak Prescott.
Yep.
He done it with CeeDee Lamb. Like this is kind of what he does. Like you know what I mean? He just waits and waits and waits. And I don't know why he waits. Especially if like my thing is, if you gonna cave, what's the point of wait?
Yeah.
Like and especially since last year, like the sooner you pay a guy, the cheaper he is.
Yep.
Everybody knows that.
Yep.
He wanted his contract last offseason.
Yeah.
I would have gave it to him because you gotta. How many times you would think these GMs and presidents will understand? Like, okay, the cap is constantly going up.
It's constantly going up.
There's always a new guy trying to get paid, so let's just pay our guy now.
Yeah.
If he wants the contract now, we'll just pay him whatever the market is at this very moment. We can pay
that.
It,
yeah.
Knowing it's gonna be a bargain.
Yeah.
In a year.
Knowing by year 2, he'll be one of the cheapest dudes in the league.
Yeah. So let's just go ahead and pay him now. Why play this waiting game? I do not understand what the Cowboys are doing. You would think they'd be in a sense of urgency. Yeah. The two teams in your division made the NFC Championship game last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Commanders and Eagles.
One of those teams won Super Bowl.
Yep.
So right now, at best, you're projected to finish third in your division. Yeah. At best. If Micah Parsons get traded, I got you finishing fourth.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll be worse than the Giants.
You will be worse than the Giants.
Yeah.
So I would think that you want to secure your top players, get a good feeling and atmosphere going into the season, have everybody feeling high. Everybody knows the NFC East every year has a different person winning the division. Yep. Who's to say it can't be you? Yep. Obviously, you have a brand new head coach. You would think you want to get things off to a nice start. But instead, it feels like once again, Jerry Jones is playing headline games. Yep. Wants to always be in the news. You know what I'm just like he want to be he want to be Diddy, just like Suge Knight said. Yep. All in the video. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. All in the camera. You know what I mean?
That's what you want. That's what he wants. That's what he is.
That's what Jerry Jones. He just can't help himself. And this is another case of this should be there are certain guys in the league where it should be a no-brainer. Yeah. Like it should not be hard. Like why are we fighting him on a contract?
Exactly.
Like some of these friend dudes, yeah, we gonna fight you, bro. Right. But like the best players on your team, I understand negotiations, but I'm not gonna get to this point.
Yeah, I'm not waiting till the season about to start and he's not got a new deal. Right. That's too late.
Especially to me, it should be simple. Before you even get to Micah Parsons, you should kind of already know where the market is and most likely what he's gonna want. Right. So you should actually say, okay, yeah, this is probably going to be the end number, but like, yeah, if we can get him to settle in between this would be great. Yeah. But like, if we feel like if he comes out the game and be like, this is the deal I want, and we already kind of knew it. Yeah. You know it. We know it. Yeah. Here's a contract.
I'll play the game for a quick 5 minutes just to see. It's like, wait, but what if? Oh, okay, okay, cool. All right. Yeah. All right.
right. You sure? We got to pay. Okay. You know what I mean? Right. You're not.
You're not going. All right. We're just playing.
Right. Here you go. And move on.
Yeah, keep it pushing.
But this is the Cowboys. It's been like this my entire life. Yep. And they continue to not slow down. This is who they are. Yep. They've had weird headlines all year, starting with the coaching search and the whole weird Mike McCarthy, you getting blocked from head coaching jobs and stuff like that. And
even though you was going to release him anyway.
Yeah, like it's just weirdness all around.
Weird. There's comments about Dak.
Yeah, like and here we are again, So I don't know what to make of it. I highly doubt he gets traded because Cowboys, technically, if you include the franchise tag, he's technically under contract or can be for 3 years.
Yeah.
So he really doesn't have much leverage outside of just being upset and angry and just putting it out there.
That's the only way he can get the shit moving.
Yeah.
That's really the problem.
My only thing I'll say this though is I don't want, if he does get paid, I do not want a, I'm a Cowboy for life.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I want to be here all along. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because
star on my helmet.
Myles Garrett threw us that one, and I'm not believing it.
Yeah,
I'm not believing it. Myles ruined that for y'all.
Yeah. I don't want the that post, right? Just sign your contract and dip.
Get on the field.
Yeah. Like everybody else. We're not going to blame you for taking the bag.
No,
we get it. Do what you got to do. But I don't want that post.
Nope.
I do not. Moving on from that, though, something that's kind of different from what we normally talk about, but I thought was kind of important to discuss. Jameis Winston was on the Pivot podcast, and a clip that I saw, they was asking him if he got humbled by coming to the NFL. Obviously, Jameis Winston was number 1 overall pick coming out of Florida State. I watched him beat Oregon in the national championship game. Knew he was up from there. I want to say he was on the Elite 11. I think I may go further back with him than when he was on that with Trent Dilfer. And he was asked, like, do you feel like you got humbled? Because Shannon Carter said he felt like he got humbled when he came to the league. And he was like, nah. In fact, I felt like my biggest problem was I didn't dream big enough.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like, because that's real, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, I'll use me for an example, right? Like, growing up, I knew I kind of wanted to be in entertainment.
Yeah.
Right? When I was younger, I thought it was broadcasting. Being like one of like Stuart Scott or something like that, or whatever. And then I realized, maybe my strength is in writing, so maybe I'll be more of a writer or whatever, maybe like a Wright Thompson type of person. And then, as I got older, right, I got to, everybody knows I started working at Urban Outfitters in last year of college, and I started to filter like maybe I want to do music, maybe I want to do movies, and I think that had I realized younger that the goal to me isn't about just getting there. Yeah. The goal is, what do I want?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what do I want? Because once you realize what you want, then you change differently. You move differently. So if the goal isn't just to have a podcast. Yeah. The goal is to me, have our own, my own
I mean, for me, like
content hub. Yeah,
content. A short-term goal for people, like, when we can get out of here, have our own studio.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right.
Like that's a dream that you can incorporate to even the short term. Like, like in the short term, this is what I want.
Right.
Okay, I got that. What's next?
Right.
Got that. What's next?
Right.
And that did speak to me too, where it's just like, like there are moments where you do just have to start thinking about, okay, I'm here, but what can I do more?
Right.
What can I do more of?
But I think sometimes it's not even about. I think it's before you get there.
True.
Because sometimes when you get there, you get content because you feel like you made it already. I think, like for me, right, an example could have been like just me starting a podcast. That could have been enough for me.
Yeah.
Hey, I did it. I did it. Right. But now I'm
serious. You're serious about it.
Yeah.
Though.
And I want more, and I'm dreaming more. And I think you have to allow yourself to kind of, I don't want to say go in a wonderland, but you have to be Alice. Yeah. You have to think that far-fetched. Everybody who's been extremely successful they didn't see them like guys in rock bands. They didn't see themselves as just guys in a band.
No, they were more than just musicians.
They saw themselves as, you know what, I want to sell millions of records. Yeah. I want to sell out stadiums. Yep. Like, that's the goal. Yep. That's what I want to do. I don't want to just be a band. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to be there. So what do I got to do to get there? Yep. What do I got to do to be, Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses, like U2? What do I have to do to get to that level? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what you have to start thinking in order to be successful. Yep. Obviously, you have to be, a little bit psychotic, a little bit obsessive about what you want to. You have to 100%. Sleep, dream, and think about it. Yeah. But you also have to be delusional a little bit.
There has to be a little bit of delusion. If you want to go far, has to be a little delusion. Yeah. It's like where it's like, no, I can't do that. Mm-hmm. You can't look at something and be like, I'm okay with where I'm at right now. You have to be like, yeah, no, I see that creator. I want to get there. Right. In the YouTube space, I see what they're doing. I want those numbers. Yeah. I don't care that I'm not there right now, but I want that, and I'm gonna get that.
And I'm gonna get it. Yeah. Exactly. And because James was like, I should have dreamt about, not just becoming an NFL player.
Yeah.
Because then that makes me no different than everybody who made the NFL. We all make the NFL, so I'm the number one overall pick, but I have the same mentality as the 53 man on the roster, which is he just happened to be in the NFL too.
Yep. Yeah.
So I can't have the same mentality as him.
I got to think about MVPs.
Yes, that's what he said. I should have had that thought. I should have been like, I want to be an MVP.
Yep.
I want to be a Pro Bowler.
Yep.
I want to be a Super Bowl MVP. I want to win a Super Bowl. Like that should have been my thought all along before I got to the league.
Yeah.
That should have been my thought. My thought should have just been, I want to make the NFL because that was gonna happen.
Yeah, that part was kind of science.
Yeah. I should have thought more bigger than that.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with dreaming big and thinking big.
Yeah.
And there's no age where you can.
There's a
limit.
You can do that till you die.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
You can dream till you die. So go ahead, dream and go for it.
Yeah. So I just wanted, I just thought that was a little cool thing about this.
But
I feel like James doesn't get enough. Yeah, he can be a very eccentric guy.
He's probably one of the most down-to-earth people you ever meet.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that he's kind of goofy, but he's honest.
He's honest.
Yeah.
He's honest. And that's a good reflection, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you got to stop and think, like, why I don't think enough people do that. Like, why am I at where I'm at?
Yeah.
How did I get here? What mistakes or great decisions did I make to put me in this place? You know what I'm saying? How do I learn from that?
Yeah.
And I think that shows very good wisdom.
Yeah.
Last topic of the day, transition to NBA basketball. My guy.
Yeah.
My point guard.
Yep.
Kyrie Irving made a statement about. Actually, can you pull it up? Yeah. Made a statement about NBA player contracts.
Yes.
And why maybe it's not the best in the players not in the players' best interest that their contract numbers be told to the world. Let me know what you have to pull up.
His quote: "Stop announcing how much money we're making. That's my message to the NBA and the sports leagues in general." Irving said in a recent live stream. "It puts a target on our back, not just from outsiders, but sometimes even within our own communities." That's an interesting take to have. Because I think there is a little truth to that. In terms of, especially from within your own community part. Because a lot of guys there's a lot of stories, I think it was Eddie Lacy's story, who I remember, not Eddie Lacy. Alabama running back, Richard.
Trent
Richardson. He talked about how, because of the money that he made, a lot of people came to him talking, hey, you can spare it. And he did, and that's how he ended up in the hole that he was in. So I think there is some truth to that. It's like, hey, don't always announce what you're making. Not everybody needs to know what your pockets are. And I do agree with him in that a little bit, where it's like, you don't need to know how much I'm making, right? Because I'm never saying that to people, like just random people out in the street, like, hey, I'm making $60,000 a year. You don't need to know that. And I think that's a little fair.
Mm-hmm. I saw this in the comment section, so I'm just going to steal it.
Okay, yeah.
For $36 million a year, or $40 million or $50 million a year, put 2 targets on my back.
That's funny. That's a good one.
No, Kyrie, no, bro, no. Nigga, no. Damn. And he my point guard.
Yes,
so I'm going to ride with him. But not in this time, like on the court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's wrong. Bro, you are part of $1 billion business.
Yeah, everybody's pocket watching.
Where the sports networks, the fans, we want to know, like, that shit needs it help. If we are allowed transparency when it comes to this league.
That's true.
Because this league would live, breathe, and die without us.
It's true.
Point blank, period. So no, you don't get the right to transparency. No, you don't even get the right to public privacy. Right?
True.
There are certain parts when you become a professional athlete, when you become a professional artist, musician, actor, there are certain parts of your life that you give up.
That's true. Yeah. That is true.
It is what it is. Your contract will remain public knowledge.
That's true.
It is what it is. Especially because
I think it has to be to prevent like the whole monopoly clause coming down on you too, right?
And also just to prevent like some backdoor stuff happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like if y'all were in a closed system and we never knew how much money y'all was making, people could absolutely shuffle money out, and fraud could be rampant.
Could be rampant. The tax could be rampant.
Yeah.
People think books could be cooked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's for transparency. Like teams want to know, like especially fans, right?
Yeah.
Fans want to know, like if a player leaves because they're disgruntled, they're not making the money they're making. Fans want to know, like, wait, what was the price?
Yeah.
Do we not why did he leave?
In a salary cap league, right? Like we only had $10 million and he was asking for 20.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. As a fan, okay, cool. Or reverse side, he was asking for 10, we got 30. Pay the nigga.
Right, you know what I'm saying? like how do we know?
Because we can't fight on your behalf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why the NBA PA wants it public.
Yeah.
That way we can know who's making what. We can know who's on top. Instead of it being like hush hush behind the scenes, because I'm pretty sure the owners would kind of love if they could keep things under wraps.
100%.
Yeah. Then each, you know.
Yeah, because then I don't have to tell players what the players are making. You could actually never know your true market value.
Right.
Potentially.
Right.
That could also be a problem where it's like, well, I can't tell you how much he's making. This is how much you're going to make.
Because people go like, Kyrie Irving says he puts a target on my back. Newsflash, Kyrie Irving, you're an NBA player.
Yeah.
I would just assume you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dudes rob local niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You get robbed for 20.
Right. Now, like, dude who work at McDonald's get robbed.
Yeah.
You think you are less target because we don't know how much money you make?
Yeah.
You know, people didn't know how much, Triple X is making. Didn't matter. People didn't know how much Pop Smoke was making. Didn't matter. People didn't know how much P&B Rock did making. Didn't matter.
You get robbed either way.
It didn't matter.
But anybody can get robbed.
People didn't know how much Kim Kardashian was making in that whole. And she still robbed.
You get robbed. You get robbed.
It don't matter. You famous. I'm assuming you got money.
I'm coming for something.
Yeah.
I'm leaving with something.
So target or not, you're a target because you're in the public eye.
Yeah.
So the only way for you not to be a target is to be out of the public eye.
True.
Streaming don't help you, bro.
That's true.
It's lay low.
Yeah.
But you're a famous professional athlete. It don't matter. You're a target anyway.
Yep.
If we target, we regular dudes on the street just in general because we breathing human beings.
Yeah.
You being on TV all the time in commercials.
It doesn't. The odds are pretty much the same.
Yeah, like
if we being honest.
I'm assuming the dude who made a movie called I'm assuming he got bread.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming you got money.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make you more or less a target. I think it was a very naive statement. I like Kyrie, man, but sometimes, you know how a pitcher throws a pitch and an announcer goes just a bit outside. That's Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Like he's just
well intentioned, but just a little bit outside.
Just a lot of not
a lot of strikes. Yeah. When it comes to outside of basketball, his ERA is about a 5.
Yeah. It's just like I get what you're saying.
I hear
on
it.
paper,
I hear it.
principle,
Yeah.
but dog, I think correct me wrong. State employees' salaries are kind of known.
For the most part, most jobs.
Yeah. If you work for the federal government, there's an actual pay scale that you can look at.
Yeah.
That you can actually go and find and see how much. If they were to give you, I'm a G this, you can go look that up and see how much.
Are most unionized companies? You can look that up, right?
I feel like publicly traded companies. Like I feel like if you're a publicly traded company, your salaries they're known.
Yeah,
you know
your salaries are known. Pay scales are pretty known.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're a CEO. Everyone kind of knows what you're making.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's not just an NBA thing. So come on, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, man, that's all the time we have for you guys today, man. You can follow me at Facebook at Bryce Olden. You can follow me on Instagram at Bryce WTM Podcast, Bryce Quintel.
We're on Twitter, Bruce Leroy.
And remember, you didn't hear from the horse's mouth to listen to us. We told you we out. Peace.